Zulu heads up for Zambia. So the whistle goes. Day 5 of Netball World Cup action. Your umpire's name's there on screen. Zambia in orange and Trinidad and Tobago in the red and white. And it's Diana Banda and Lucy Jerry to open up in the front end for Zambia. So Cooper finding Wallace. And a nice easy 1-2 there. And a beautiful opening shot from Samantha Wallace. Just a thrill to watch. You'll enjoy the next 60 minutes of netball watching her. So Zambia now. We'll just get a bit of a feel for the different styles of play. The Zambians, not a great deal of structure, just tend to be very patient and move the ball around. Trinidad, however, will be a lot more direct in their play, as you can see right there. Wallace, oh, beautiful. Cooper, can she hold on, finds Wallace. She'll finish this one off. Bang, number 2. Charles Zulu, coach of Zambia. So Trinidad will probably try to come out here with a bit of speed and just outwit the Zambians. So it'll be a big task for Zambia right off the start here to keep pace. Wallace. 27 international caps, Samantha Wallace, but her first Netball World Cup appearance. So you can see the patient approach from Zambia, just working the ball forward. And there's Banda. Passes off to Jerry. One-handed approach to the post. And been impressive, Jerry. She's their gun shooter. Oh, plenty of space, Trinidad. Probably the area that Zambia have struggled on is just their defensive approach to the game. An ability to keep up with the speed of the game. You'll probably see quite a bit of that throughout, where Trinidad will just hit the post unattended. And Diana Banda. So a nice start for Zambia. And miscommunication there between John Davis and Cooper. So we'll have a watch of the defensive structure here from Trinidad. A little bit of floating, great ball over the top. Well, good movement here by Zambia, bit of space. Show some patience to finish off. And Nella Jack getting a tip on the ball. Gee, she's been great to watch the first 4 days of netball. One of the best for Trinidad and Tobago. Very gutsy, has a crack at just about anything. Jerry goes the 1-2. That'll be contact by Swift. So a chance now for Zambia via Diana Banda to equal early, and they do. And she waves to the crowd, I think. Zambia. Again, you can just see the patience. Great middle corridor there. Diana Banda opens to the pocket. And the defensive pressure too good. Kemba Duncan comes up. So here's Trinidad. And Nella Jack just steadying play down. Probably been an area their coach, Wesley Gomez, has spoken to the Calypso girls about, and that is there's been no shortage of ball being turned over. But there's been a lot of balls thrown away. And there he is on screen. I won't see a lot of smiles coming from him. He's been quite the stern face all tournament. So Trinidad and Tobago now out to a 2-goal lead, 6-4. Little fella there just not able to keep possession of the ball. And there, those little errors that have crept into Zambia's game. It really hurts them when the opposition turn around and make sure that they score. So Duncan will get Trinidad here with an opportunity through Davis. Wallace out in the circle. And again, just so much space. And the fella just conceding there. And Paula Ferguson calling the contact. So Wallace will pop the shot up under the post. There he is, the man, Gomez. We'll see if we can get a smile out of him as the game goes on. I'm sure we'll get a smile. Of course, it's a big job for the coaches at this Netball World Cup. So much pressure on the players, but it's pressure on the coaches as well. Lots of decisions to make, and combinations to work through. 10 days of grueling netball. Woodafella. And Willer up the middle. There's Banda. Nice little piece of work there, Willer. So you can definitely see some improvement in Zambia just in the first few days of play. Can Jerry finish off? No. So Trinidad now into attack. Long cross ball. Duncan, great elevation. Wallace, Cooper, up, finished. So in a blink of an eye, as Trinidad would have hoped, they're out to a 5-goal lead, and Zambia now just on the chase. Oh, look at that. Samantha Wallace. Look, she enjoyed that. And the crowd in here enjoying as part of Netball Central's legacy program. And of course, some of the great community and schools coming in to be a part of this Netball World Cup experience. They're given a team to support. Some of the kids never even seen netball or even this international scene before, so how exciting for them. And Charles Zulu. Great to see some of the men from the countries taking on these teams and loving netball. Duncan, there's Cooper again. Oh, lovely, lovely outside arm there. Chingumbo. And that's what Zambia need to do a lot more of. Just get in and contest on these Trinidad and Tobago shooters and let them know that they're there. Muella. So Dinah Banda really opening up the space of the circle. That lacked a lot for Zambia in the first 4 days of play. And the penalty just being set appropriately. Banda offloads to Jerry. And Lucy Jerry pops up number 4. Retreat, but patience. This is what they need to do, just be patient. Oh, that's better ball movement. Look at that space open up on the back. Banda, again, great approach by Zambia. And they finish. Well, 193 centimetres of excitement is Samantha Wallace debuting at this Netball World Cup for Trinidad and Tobago, and I get the feeling that there'll be plenty of eyes on her in the future. A few fumbles early for Trinidad and Tobago. Set up here a tight defensive pressure on Zambia. And in doing so, turn the ball over. Nice and easy. And 12-7 the score. Just over 5 minutes of play left here. Netball World Cup 2015 action. And the whistle goes We'll just get some understanding here as to why. So I'm trying to determine if it's an actual fact an injury time, and I don't believe it is. So I get the feeling it's actually been a contact call. And probably where the issue lies a little bit here is with the communication. Some of these nations not quite understanding what's being said. So it is an injury time being called by Jolisa Cooper, captain of Trinidad and Tobago. She's just signaling to her physio that it's her left ankle that's rotated outwards. Jolisa Cooper, Netball World Cup 2007-2011. This is her third appearance. Definitely need her on the court. Trinidad and Tobago, let's have a look. Samantha Wallace currently 9 from 9 at 100%. Jolise Cooper currently getting her injury attended to, 3 from 4. For Zambia, Banda 100%, 3 from 3, and Lucy Jerry 4 from 5. And the Zambian coaching staff now directing the action. And Wesley Gomez, well, he took over the reins of Trinidad and Tobago in 2013. And led them to win the Americas qualifying event in 2014. So he's had a nice run into this tournament. Trinidad and Tobago suffering a little bit, being drawn into Pool A up against Australia and New Zealand. Very tough ask for them. So they would expect to now go into this bottom 8 qualification section and finish on top of that. So we're underway again. 5 minutes remain. First quarter, day 5 action. Zambia in the orange. Trinidad and Tobago, red and white, there with the ball. And the transitional play from Trinidad, just too good for Zambia. Nice approach to the circle edge there. And some good movement between the two shooters from Zambia, Jerry and Banda. And there you go, the young kids coming in and enjoying the awesome netball. Guerrero, John Davis. And falls into the hands of Wallace. And there's a smile. The girls enjoying the netball. So the shooting accuracy 93% for Trinidad, 89 for Zambia. So that will please both coaches. And again, just the defensive pressure here for Zambia, needing to step up, contest some more ball. They're quite prepared to allow Trinidad almost concede and allow them to have the ball. And I guess that's just a lack of exposure at this level, a little bit of their game style. And again, Mudafella and Wanza almost playing catch me if you can. Keeping's off, Banda. That's a better approach. A 2-on-1 situation. So Zambia will want to put this away. And they do. So they're keeping just within range here of Trinidad. If they could just get a turnover somewhere here and capitalise, it'd be a great first quarter start for the Chipolo Polo ladies from Zambia. Again, the contact on Mudafella, just using the arm around Wallace. Zambia prepared to use the ball quite a bit through this middle part of the court. There's a nice opening from Jerry. Great movement just to open up that side of the court. sadly couldn't keep the ball in play. Oh, there's a better contest. That's a little bit better from Zambia. That's what they need to do, is get in and really have a crack at the ball. And now critical they can convert and put Trinidad under a bit more pressure. So Daystar Swift and Kemba Duncan keeping very busy there for Trinidad. And Jerry, well, she's pretty happy at 7 from 8. There's a high ball into Wallace. And Chingumba. Oh, great tip there, Mudafala. And offside being called. So again, unforced errors just creeping into the Zambians' game.
Inside the circle, free pass.
And again, you can just hear how clearly Paula Ferguson, the umpire, is trying to indicate to the players what the call is. Again, 193 centimetres, just a little bit too much for Zambia's defence. The average height of the Zambian team, just 165.5 centimetres, so they really need to use their speed and movement of the ball. But it does become very difficult for them defensively when they come up against some of these tall giants that join the Netball World Cup scene. So full credit at the moment, Zambia in attack, no problems. And their concerns lie to the right of screen defensively. Trinidad and Tobago, however, very patient. And footwork. So now an opportunity, 30 seconds left on the clock. Critical here for Zambia to score, make the most. Oh, nearly a replayed ball. Banda. Wanza.
Offside, giving the taxi pass. Go for it.
.6 seconds. You wonder if they realise there's time on the clock. 3. They don't. No idea. Opportunity gone missing as the whistle goes at the end of the first quarter. Well, what a shame. Had they have realised, possibly could have popped in another goal, but it's Trinidad and Tobago all over the first quarter as they lead this game 17-12. So an opportunity missed for Zambia. You wonder whether their coach Charles Zulu might just have a chat to them about that. Again, probably just exposing some of the inexperience. And there's Gomez having a chat with Guerrero. She was a little bit quiet in that first quarter, and he's probably asking her to get a little bit more in the action. So some great vision coming to you from our cameras as we take a look at the stats from the first quarter. And whilst there's not much in it, the goal attempt standing out. Trinidad certainly getting a lot more of the ball. And a couple of intercepts coming Trinidad's way. But pretty steady overall, great shooting accuracy for both sides.
Use your Telstra home broadband data away from home at thousands of hotspots across the country on Australia's largest Wi-Fi network. Telstra Air is how.
All right, I noticed that the schools, we mentioned earlier, Lansvale, Hemmings Road and Holroyd, supporting Trinidad and Tobago. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a competition between the loudest cheers between the rival teams. You've got to... Ready? So, Trinidad and Tobago supporters, make some noise!
Netball World Cup 2015, Trinidad and Tobago on screen after the first quarter. They lead 17 to Zambia's 12. Samantha Wallace making her way back onto court. And she's popped up 13 from 14 of Trinidad's 17 goals to date. As the whistle gets us underway, second quarter action. And Zambia heading to the right of screen now. Not a bad first quarter effort from them. Yet to win a game here at World Netball Cup 2015. Of course, 11 of their 12 players debuting. It is their first Netball World Cup. And 1999 was the last time that Zambia took place in this sort of environment. So it's all about learning and growing. And already we can see they've done that. Ball just making its way now back to the centre. So Willa finds Banda, who's been showing some great movement and opening up the circle.
Centre.
And a short pass call there between Mwilla and Jerry. So Daystar Swift will set up Trinidad and Tobago. And Anella Jack through the middle, long ball over the top. Nah, fantastic work. Petronella Bualia just needs to get in amongst that a little bit more. Oh, nearly overcooked that one. And Samantha Wallace just so smooth on the shot. And again, the approach for Trinidad and Tobago, uncontested. And these are now the moments where Zambia really need to make the most. Of course, rebounds and turnovers seem to be quite limited. Through the middle court here, you'll see quite a bit of possession play. That's a great ball up the middle. Well, fantastic work. Best passage of play so far for Zambia. And finished with a lovely drive on that baseline. Finish that off. Great job, Zambia. Jerry loves it. Have a look. You just get the feeling you're watching the Zambians grow in confidence. I mean, they come to this tournament and it really is about growing every day. That the opportunities that they get to play international netball would be far and few between. Trinidad and Tobago, on the other hand, well, they are experienced campaigners. Close to a held ball. Again, Banda really finding some space and the footwork ball. So this is where Trinidad striving to attack. Great depth on that pass from Cooper. Finds Wallace. And Trinidad really making Zambia pay any of their unforced errors, being converted. And they go again, out by 7. On to John Davis. Cooper doing a lot of work outside the circle. Sets up Wallace. She's going straight to the post. Why not? She's pretty happy with that, I'd say. Really growing in confidence. First few days we watched Samantha Wallace move the ball around and manoeuvre herself a little bit closer to the post. And she was still very accurate, but today she's prepared to turn and bomb long. Well, I'm going to call that somewhat more relaxed, Wesley Gomez. Oof. I wondered there if Kemba Duncan was going to contest that cleanly, and she pulled out, so nice work by Trinidad and Tobago goal defence. Great double movement there coming from Jerry. A definite noticeable improvement from Zambian shooters and their willingness to actually put some extra efforts in just to move their defenders. And there's a long overdue intercept. Petronella Buaya. She's had her hand on a couple of balls, worked very hard on Rhonda John Davis, the most experienced player at the Netball World Cup. And, well, Jerry with the long shot and it doesn't work. There's Guerrero, was asked to do a bit more from her coach at quarter time. And Wallace, she's just going to turn and shoot every time now. Yep. Swift, a bit slow with the footwork. And Dinah Banda. I reckon she's been a revelation for Zambia today. I called their game earlier in the week. She only came off the bench at three-quarter time. Oh, lovely movement by Cooper on the baseline. That's a great passage of play for Trinidad and Tobago. They like it. Hands up. And Guerrero indicating to the umpire injury time. And I get the feeling this could just be a changeover. We'll keep our eyes on the bench. We saw at quarter time their coach Wesley Gomez actually having a bit of a chat with Guerrero about her movement, whether or not there might have been some room for improvement, but she is being attended to from an injury perspective. See if we can hear any wise words from Gomez. Some changes coming in there for Zambia. We'll pick those up for you in just a second. It looks like Mudafella has moved out to wing defence. So we recap the scores as they stand quarter time. Trinidad and Tobago 17 to Zambia's 12. It's now 26-17. This quarter time score for this quarter, Trinidad 9 to Zambia's 5. So little moments where Trinidad put their foot down, but Zambia are continuing to have opportunities, and I reckon they've grown from quarter to quarter. So Bibb coming off Guerrero. Again, you just wonder whether that was injury or possibly a set play. We'll just keep our eye on, and we hope that she is okay if in fact there is some concern about injury. So Yvonne Kaholo coming on at goal defence for Zambia. Wallace again, strong hold, no need to offload, just go straight to post. And in a blink of an eye, Trinidad and Tobago out by 10. Trisha Liverpool now getting all the action underway for Trinidad, and as we mentioned earlier, we thought we might see her come into the game at some stage. No shortage of experience, 93 caps to her name, so if she hangs in there, she could possibly be the next player for Trinidad and Tobago to hit the century mark. And another injury time, Kemba Duncan, as she contested that ball, it looked like she landed quite awkwardly. And it is a second injury time, so it will be an automatic changeover. Only the one injury time of 2 minutes allowed per quarter. Any other injury time thereafter, the player that is injured must leave court immediately and be replaced. So as you see, the whistle's blown and play will continue. So halfway through this second quarter, day 5 action. The qualification rounds begin today for the next 4 days before we head in to the final 2 days where all the medals and world placings will be determined. Trinidad and Tobago and Zambia, unfortunately, not finishing in the top 8. They will now contest the bottom 8. Trinidad and Tobago will be hoping to finish top of that bottom 8, and Zambia, should I say, would like to find a win. They've yet to have a win. And contact there being called on Kaholo. So Wallace to the post yet again, and 24 from 26. She is definitely the go-to girl. Well, the speed of play now just picking up from Trinidad. And again, just greater space, more width in Zambia's game now. If you were to call an area of improvement on Trinidad and Tobago, you would say their defence end needs to get in amongst it and contest some ball. It's probably what they're greatly lacking. And a miss, uncharacteristically, from Wallace. But at 193 centimetres, why wouldn't you rebound it and shoot again, as she does? So things starting to turn a little bit ugly here for Zambia. And as expected for Trinidad and Tobago, time to put the foot down. So as you see there again, just looking for the defensive end from Trinidad to get in and contest some ball. It's not quite up with their players, so this is where Zambia have been able to capitalise. Up front, nice ball movement. Willer finds Bander, contact. And my apologies, I should have mentioned for Trinidad, that lady with her ball in hand, Connolly. Biel Connolly coming on for Trinidad and Tobago in the confusion of that interchange before. Trying to keep our eyes on all the action. So Trinidad would have been given some direction today about making sure they don't take the foot off the speed of this game. It won't just be about winning, it'll be about sending a message to the rest of the competition. Not only do we want to finish in 9th position at the end of this tournament, which is the best possible position that Trinidad can finish, but at the same time, shout out to those above them. Maybe had we been in a different pool and not up against Australia and New Zealand, things could have been somewhat different. So Zambia, well, longest bounce pass in netball I've ever seen. But it works. Jerry outside. Oh, great quick ball finds Banda on the baseline. And they finish. So again, Zambia in attack. Some good stuff coming from them. Just can't keep up this end. Too easy. Well, if you're watching at home and you want to learn how to shoot a netball, record Samantha Wallace doing it, because it is so poised and so perfect. What will she do? Well, she's not sure. She steps in. That'll be held ball. Indecisive from Diana Banda, probably for the first time this game, and she's just been told by Jerry, her teammate, put the shot up. Put the shot up. So the turnover, Zambia 14 to Trinidad's 9. And the turnover realised by Mutafella. She wants to get on with it. And they cross the ball, re-centre it, go out wide. And Jerry, again, prepared to work this ball around. And Ella Jack, contact. So Diana Banda this time won't look to move the ball around. She'll just go to post. Oh, and she ends up with it again. Chooses not to miss. Diana Banda, that'll be her 7th for this game out of 8. And her partner, Lucy Jerry, 13 from 16. Look at that long ball. Cooper's not going to be able to keep that in play. Hugs the post. So a little chance here for Zambia to get a bit of momentum in the game. Trinidad have pretty much controlled this second quarter, just over a minute of play left. It's a tiring approach for Zambia. Defensively tiring for Trinidad. They need to get in and contest some ball. Prepared to again concede the movement of Zambia. This must be ball 58, and it goes out of play. Obstruction. So Trisha Liverpool, lovely long ball, finds Jack. And John Davis, she'll go straight to Wallace. Wallace will turn straight to post, pops it out. Well, only a couple of misses coming from Wallace, but they end up with it anyhow, Trinidad and Tobago. And they're now out to a 15-goal lead. 16 seconds on the clock. You'd say it's a chance for Zambia to score, but they could take 45 seconds to get this ball forward. 6 seconds, here we go. Banda. And courtesy of the crowd counting the clock down for them, they were aware this time that they needed to put that shot up. So at the end of the second quarter, Zambia with a little glimmer there at the back end, but still Trinidad and Tobago completely in control of this game. They lead Zambia 37 to 22. So the Zambian bench there will have moments of pleasure, I guess, in terms of some of the play they're seeing. Again, we keep questioning defensively what it is they might be able to do. Trinidad and Tobago, well, they've been good. I'd love to see them get up and have a bit more of a crack defensively, but in the front line, that's Samantha Wallace as she walks off court there. Going to continue to enjoy watching her throughout this World Netball Cup. Let's have a look at half-time stats. And again, you can just see where this game's heading. Goal attempts for Trinidad, 42. They popped in 37 of those. a fairly clean game. You go right down the bottom there to the penalties, and just the 15 for Trinidad and Zambia 20. So well done to both sides. A nice clean game, but plenty of action coming our way.
Continue to push yourself, the sky's the limit. To walk out in front of a home crowd and maintain that World Championship status would be amazing.
Welcome to our netball community. It's like making communities with clubs. Growing the netball family. Sharing the love of netball with everyone and welcoming new faces. Celebrating our local champions and inspiring others. And without belonging to something bigger.
From the sidelines to the center circle, from our podcast to our champions.
From every corner of our country, we are one.
One netball for everyone.
Trinidad 42. They
I'm trying to work out who's travelled the fastest, the furthest. We also have Charles Campbell College. Well done, well cute. That's got a cue there, let's have a cue in. So I'm trying to work out who's travelled the furthest, all right? Punch Bowl, I would say probably travelled further than Lansvale and Holroyd. But did they travel further than Riverwood? Who travelled further, Riverwood or Punch Bowl? Alright, so the closest would be Holroyd. Then we'll go, no, the closest will be Lincoln. Where's St. John's? St. John's? They travelled, they've had to come from up the road, Lincoln, not very far away. Then we'll say Holroyd. Closest. Lansvale next. Where's Lansvale? Make some noise, Lansvale. The teacher starts it, the rest follow. Well done. Then we'll go Riverwood and then Punch Bowl. But the furthest, who just arrived just a while ago, all the way from Adelaide. Again, girls. Charles Campbell College! I just made a call to the guys over that side. I made a call and said, look, we need someone representative from Adelaide. They hopped in the car, they just made it. They'll be going back this afternoon. So thanks for helping me out, girls, for driving up today. And have a safe journey back this afternoon when we finish up. All right. Guys and girls, we know who they're going for. We have Lansvale, Hannah and Holroyd going for Trinidad. We have St. John's and Punch Bowl going for Zambia. Who are you girls going for? Zambia? Trinidad Tobago? She got the message. Trinidad and Tobago? That's early stages, isn't it? The scoreboard is not always a reflection of the final result. At half time, at least. Well, let's have some conversations, sit down, have a drink, cool down the throat, and we'll get you back to the big cheer on very soon.
kicks off on the 2nd of April 2016, featuring the best players from Australia, New Zealand and the rest of the world. 2016 memberships are on sale now. Find out more at anzchampionship.com.
Netball World Cup 2015 and Netball Central, the host of this Pool G game. Half-time and Trinidad and Tobago 37 lead Zambia 23. An entertaining first 30 minutes. Trinidad and Tobago certainly the dominant of the two sides. Samantha Wallace for Trinidad and Tobago, the goal shooter. She's been impressive, 29 from 32. Zambia, well, they're not too phased. They've been enjoying this World Netball Cup experience. Good a fella there, having a wow of a time. Diana Banda as she walks back on the court. She's been good so far for Zambia. Only the 6 from 7, but definitely a lot of movement. So we've got a couple of new players coming onto the court for Trinidad and Tobago. Khalifa McCollin coming on to goal attack, and Afisha Knoll will go into goal shooter. So Wesley Gomez realising that maybe this game is in the hands, and let's get some other players on court for a bit of a run. And Afisha Knoll goes straight to the post. Gee, she's strong. Oh, look at that. A quick 1-2 behind the back. Catches John Davis completely unaware. And some changes as well for Zambia, and we'll bring you those in just a second. So again, Banda just reading the space well and opening up the circle. And she sort of wants to pass that ball around, but I'd love to tell her go to the post.
ring defence.
Should be on that occasion. So Trinidad now. Connolly. And finds Trisha Liverpool. And there's McCollum, new to the court this quarter. Not much movement coming from Afisha Knoll. Very sideways on her movement. Guerrero now in goal defence for Trinidad and Tobago. And let's see if we can bring you up to speed with the changes for Zambia. I'll try to get my head around it all. Milo's moved to wing attack. The fella back to goal defence. Pretty much wholesale changes for Zambia. And again, maybe their coach Charles Zulu just seeing the occasion to get legs out on the court. It's a long 10 days. Knoll opts to move the ball round the circle. And McCollum. Gumbo there in goal defence. Brought back on. She's certainly got a good jump on her and probably prepared to contest a bit more ball. They lost a bit of that in the second quarter, Zambia. Petronella Boyer out the side, waiting for the ball there. She is into the action. Banda and Elizabeth Wiley are now. And again, all Zambians. One arm shooting. Elizabeth Wiley. Nice little start for her in this quarter. Earlier, Zambia, plenty of their players, 11 of their 12 players on debut here at the Netball World Cup. Too many international test caps to their name. And Elizabeth Boyer in goal attack. 165 centimetres, there she is. 21 years of age. What an opportunity for her. Great strong front hold. Well, if these Zambians were in Australia, they'd be taught the two-handed style shot. Back home in Africa, for them, it's all about the one-handed shot. Five minutes gone in this third quarter. Oh, great long ball. Kumbo, great vision down court. Banda, bit of spunk now in this Zambian attack line. Brendan Willer in the centre for Zambia. Really starting to give some drive through the middle court. So Mutafella trying to position to hold Afisha Knoll out. course, the height, again, the concern for Zambia. As McCollum goes to the post. And Trinidad and Tobago have been able to replace their two-star shooters with another one in Khalifa McCollum. Very confident at the post. So again, some good ball work and movement in attack from Zambia, and that's been the trend of the day for them. And the 14 goals, the difference here at the moment.
Inside. Pass the shot inside.
Well, can't drop for Noel. Not the best start for her in this quarter, and she very casual about transitioning into defence. Call them the Calypso girls, the Trinidad and Tobago team. She'll step in and get the feeling maybe she's played a bit of basketball in her time. Afisha Noel. Nice little layup. Wow, there's a good contest coming from Guerrero. She came off earlier, started in centre, showing the versatility. And John Davis thinking that ball was going over the third. She's left it. And Chingumbu there coming up
Very strong for that goal attack.
with the ball. So Banda again to the post. Kind of Banda now. 12 goals to her name. A little bit more contested pressure now. As Yvonne Kaholo pops her hand up. Her and Mutafala given the defensive job on both Khalifa McCollum and Noel. There's Colin. Myla. Again, Banda opening up the side of the court.
Contact centre.
So you get the feeling maybe Charles Zulu would have to show praise to the front end for Zambia. You really couldn't fault the improvement in their game in the forward half. Of course, it always gives them something to walk away and focus on moving into the next few days of these qualification rounds. As we mentioned, the Netball World Cup, 10 days of action here in Sydney. As an injury time there being called by Zambia. And it's Moala in the centre.
5:53 in the third quarter timeout.
Possibly a change here.
Injury timeout.
Let's see if we can get in on the action and see what's happening. Charles Zulu there actually indicating to his goalers just about the positioning in the circle and how to position on the defenders, allowing that ball to swing across. So some good coaching points coming in from Zambia's coach. certainly given a task down against the Trinidad and Tobago goalers. They started on Samantha Wallace at 193 centimetres. Didn't get much better. Fisher Knoll onto the court, only a couple of centimetres shorter than that. They lose the ball straight off the cuff, Zambia. Almost the splits from Trinidad. Brings them closer to the post. And things have gone almost goal for goal in this quarter, so beautiful drive along the baseline coming from Khalifa McCollum. Zambia, on the other hand, just been able to keep within range. First quarter, they went down 17-12. Trinidad winning the second quarter dominantly, 20-11. 10-7 in this quarter. Chance, too easy, well read, cross ball. And McCollum really has entered this game in three-quarter time for Trinidad and Tobago, sending a message to the bench that she's more than capable of starting a game. They're going to have to move Jolise Cooper, the captain for Trinidad, off the court in order for that to be the case. Noel swings it across. Rhonda John Davis. Noel again. Look at that lovely high release. Completely overcooked it. And the penalty taken and missed by McCollum. And she'll have another shot, and it's 8 from 9 for her. So a nice start to the third quarter. Still over 3 minutes left. 19 goals the difference. And again, a cross-court ball just missed by Anella Jack from Trinidad and Tobago. And Elizabeth Monza offloads to Dinah Banda. Up and in. Some discussion on the bench for Zambia. I wonder whether the body language says it all. So that positioning that's being set by Fisher Knoll was where the Zambian defenders were questioning their coaching staff just at that injury break. How to get around the Trinidad and Tobago defenders requires footwork, probably an area really that they haven't worked too hard on. So this is another injury time. And it should really be an immediate changeover. Second injury time. Second injury time for Zambia, and you can see them indicating there. We'll change. Let's see if we can hear from Trinidad. That's cool, that's cool. He's pretty cool, Wesley Gomez. So, looks like a bit of an ankle injury there for Zambia. They're back under play. Mwilla in the middle. Wanza, goal attack. And swings across. Well, that's where they're getting in trouble. Just having to swing that ball across court. It's good defensive play by Trinidad in setting up that forced cross ball. Just need to get their vision down court. Mwilla does on that occasion. Banda up the middle. And again, just patience on the approach from Zambia. Finds the backspace then. And Wanza surely will finish that one off. So a nice approach there for Zambia. And it seems always to be towards the back end of the quarter that they find a little bit of rhythm. And at the other end of the court, that rhythm just keeps coming for Trinidad and Tobago. Mono driving, there she is, receives. Manella Jack on the contact. So Banda out again. And they'll continue to move this ball. Just a misunderstanding between the Zambia attack line. So 1 minute just under on the clock. 1 or 2 goals probably left to score this quarter. Trinidad and Tobago haven't dominated this quarter, but they're certainly winning at 14-9. And another little 1-2 layup coming from Afisha Knoll. So you figure here, great little contest. Quite impressive. Wanza.
Thank you.
21 years of age. 23 seconds, so plenty of time for Trinidad. Will they be patient or will they force? You'll probably hear the crowd start to come into play here as they call down the clock. 7. Trinidad realise they're trying to get on with this. She'll turn and shoot quickly. Nah, to no avail. So Trinidad missed their opportunity to pop another one in this quarter. But it doesn't really phase the scoreline. Again, fairly happy as they head to the bench at three-quarter time. Trinidad and Tobago leading Zambia 52-32.
Three-quarter time, Trinidad Tobago 52.
So just the 1 quarter left remaining here in day 5 action at Netball Central, and Trinidad and Tobago, as expected, dominating play. They've been good. They haven't been thrilling, but they've been good. I think Zambia have probably impressed a little bit more in terms of their improvement throughout this game and also this tournament. Both sides exercising their right to get players on court today. There's still another 5 or 6 days of play to get through. If you look at the stats, three-quarter time, and the left-hand side of that ledger really starting to dominate Trinidad and Tobago. 52 goals to the 32. Of course, shooting accuracy all up there. Penalties, well, it started to blow out for Zambia. But Trinidad too good at this stage, leading by the 20 goals.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the players back on the court for the final quarter. This is day 5, match 25.
The Calypso girls enjoying their day here in Sydney. Trinidad and Tobago leading this challenge against Zambia by the 20 goals. as we go into the final quarter. With Zambia in the orange and moving to the right of screen. And Wanza there at goal attack came on at three-quarter time. And she's had some really good movement. And just offloads there to no avail. Bit of fumbling there from Trinidad Daystar Swift, should I say. Being very quiet. She certainly gives some height to the Trinidad end, but needs to really work on the footwork. So Trinidad now. And there's been some changes with Jalisa Cooper coming on to wing attack. And replacing John Davis. Will go to the bench. Colin with the ball. And she'll drive forward here and open up the back space for Noel, as expected. And great vision from Cooper. So a nice passage of play for Trinidad. Nice and easy again. Lovely connections for the Trinidad attack line. Colin really impressing. All her movement and her play to the post. Zambia. Weiler now all set for the penalty. It's been interesting to watch the Zambian shooters as they all shoot with the one arm action. Slow to set the penalty, Trinidad and Tobago. Again, this is really fourth quarter where they need to put their foot down, and it would be the expectation of their coach. Need to make the most of all their opportunities here at the Netball World Cup. And another nice passage of play at the front end for Zambia. And I'm going to keep my eye on that one on screen. Elizabeth Mwanza. And shining light for the Chipolo Polo ladies from Zambia. There she is again. Oh, good hands from McCollum. So the defensive pressure being pushed down court for Trinidad. And again, Wanza up the middle. And Abanda now gone to the bench. I thought she had a very good three quarters. And she's on the bench now. Certainly opened up the court. Interesting to see her go to the bench. I would love to have seen her stay out on the court for the full 60 minutes. I thought she opened up their front attack line, read the space as well. And kept the Trinidad and Tobago defenders guessing. So, who am I? I just commentate. That is the job of Charles Zulu, the coach of Zambia, to make the decisions about where his players go. Mentioned there's a lot of netball to get through. This game almost conceded for Zambia. Except this young lady. There he is, Charles Zulu. What do you think of my thoughts, Charles Zulu? Probably have no interest in them at all.
Offside, marking off court past the shot. Full defence.
Right, so the penalty be taken right underneath the post. And look at some of the stats. Intercepts 5 to Trinidad and Tobago, and Zambia 2. Deflections 15 to Zambia's 11. Turnovers, well, Trinidad have been very tidy today, just the 16 turnovers. Zambia 23. Accuracy for both sides has been impressive. You couldn't ask much more. 87% for Trinidad and 84% for Zambia. So, as Mudafala causes the contact there on the outside against Khalifa McCollum. So the scoreline may have blown out here, but there certainly has been some promising signs, in particular for the Africans. Of course, there's 4 African nations competing here at the Netball World Cup, and 3 of them have found themselves in the top 8. Malawi, South Africa, and a very impressive Uganda. And of course, a big game coming up after this is in fact the Malawi and Uganda game, as Trinidad continue to surge forward. Awesome, 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 says the kids in the crowd. And you get the feeling that game, Uganda and Malawi, will be of some interest. So great news for African netball. And Monu worked hard to find the circle edge when she's had her opportunities on the court today. And the shoe is being quickly fixed by Elizabeth Mwanza. So our contact call now, Trinidad. Drive this ball down court. Connolly, McCollum, Cooper on the drive to the post. Interesting to see Alicia Noel with her height holding front position towards the ball and then forcing herself to take such a long shot. You'd like to see her reposition, either use the backspace or a little bit more movement from her. In saying that though, McCollum's no idiot. She has gone in and driven that backspace quite well. So the combination working nicely for Trinidad and Tobago. And the scoreline also working nicely for Trinidad and Tobago. It started to move exactly in the direction that they would have hoped. And a little tip there coming from Swift. Missed that opportunity courtesy of a contact from Mwanza at goal shooter. And too quickly Trinidad are down the court, absolutely caught sleeping Zambia. And with no defensive pressure, an easy transitional play coming from Trinidad and Tobago. They go again now off the centre pass to Elise Cooper. Wing attack here and captain for Trinidad, really starting to get things moving. An unforced error unsettles Trinidad at the end. So Zambia now, well, gee, they've got no problem with releasing a long ball and vision. I'd love to see them do it a bit more. Look down court. moving away from the ball there. So another chance again for Trinidad. Just over 5 minutes left to go. And just starting to get a little bit erratic here at the end of play. It's all about putting together a 60-minute performance. You think Trinidad have probably given you a good 3 quarters today. And Leslie Gomez is the coach of Trinidad and Tobago. And probably fair to say that he won't say it was a full game performance. Zambia, on the other hand, well, they've been in and out of this game all day. But there's been some real things to get excited about. Number one, the way they've attacked forward. Number two, Diana Banda, the goal shooter that was on for the first 3 quarters. And number three, young Elizabeth Wanza, 21 years of age, who's come on and really given some momentum and drive down the front end. So qualification rounds now, days 5, 6, 7 and 8 Netball World Cup. And the 4 pools have now been split into 2 groups of 8. And then in those 2 groups of 8, another 4 pools emerge. At the end of those 4 days, we will move into semi-final mode. And on Sunday to come, well, it will be gold medal time. Will Australia be able to defend their title? They lost to New Zealand on day 3. For some, they'd say it was an unexpected loss. And the Silver Ferns, well, they came to play. So some exciting stuff ahead of us. World records being broken everywhere. The biggest netball crowd, just over 16,230 people in attendance on day 3 to see Australia and New Zealand. Almost a sold-out house for the last 3 days of play. And these 2 sides, Trinidad and Tobago and Zambia, just thoroughly enjoying being a part of one of the most phenomenal events happening here in Sydney. And without a doubt, the best we've ever seen of a Netball World Cup. As Afisha Knoll turns to the post to drop a bomb one. And she's actually now pleased that eventually one does drop from long. So Trinidad again, almost same position from the other side, and it doesn't go. So consistency in shot the issue for Afisha Knoll. And again, Mutafala, great arm, opens up the ball. There we go, down court for Zambia. They look down. And they find Bonza. There's quick hands coming from Trinidad and Tobago. 2 minutes of play left. And just the 7th goal of the quarter going in for Zambia. They shot double figures in the first quarter, 12 goals. Double figures in the second quarter, 11. And the foot off the pedal, couldn't hit that in the third with only 9. They sit on 6 at the moment, so definitely won't hit the 10 goals. So they have faded in this second half, probably fitness being one of the main reasons, and fitness in the sense of being able to contest at this level over 60 minutes. Trinidad and Tobago, however, reasonably consistent again. 17 in the first, 20 in the second, 15 in the third. And they'll probably go close to another 15-goal haul in this final quarter. Joelise Cooper, there's Noel. Been pretty smooth sailing down this front end for Trinidad. And Noel, well, uses the ball to regain her balance. It works. And Connolly there, ready to go on the move. Found Trisha Liverpool running away with her back to her and had nowhere to go. So the footwork call going there, and that could just hold Trinidad back from scoring the 15 goals in this quarter. Zambia, on the other hand, a chance to go for their 8th. Monza falls short, so Daystar Swift, this could be our last passage of play. Cooper finds Canterbury down court now. Liverpool looks long. Cooper again. Oh, overcooks it. And the countdown clock is going to beat both sides here. And the whistle goes for the final quarter. Trinidad Tobago and Zambia finish off their Day 5 match. Trinidad Tobago too strong. And they win the game today against Zambia 66-39.